I was speaking about underground, and basically when I'm talking about underground, my most immediate idea is of underground music. But what exactly is underground music? I checked on Wikipedia. This is what I found. Underground music is music which has developed a cult following, independent of commercial success. This music, generally speaking, has little or no mainstream appeal, visibility, or commercial presence. And then it adds, the term is also currently used to describe contemporary music of non-mainstream musical exponents, with actual specific genre or style being unimportant in determining the underground status. Okay, sounds reasonable, but the very term underground somehow suggests conflict between the underground and the overground. Everyone wants to have success under his own terms, but the underground is a compromise. Everyone in the underground, I believe, thinks he's doing the right thing, and if he's doing the right thing, why should he, she be underground? Why shouldn't he make lots of money? Why? The thing is that today, there's no conflict. Underground music today is like, it's a business of its own, and it operates quite like the mainstream, only the audience don't fit in the mainstream. You can't make money off them in the mainstream because they are not welcomed there. So instead they made like the underground become a new market where you can cash in on fucked up kids. It's not about releasing underground tension. No, it's about exploiting people out of reach for the mainstream with a mechanism which is pure mainstream. The people that work within the underground music scene, they have nothing against the mainstream, but they simply can't get there. And in their attempt to become more successful, they simply like ride on the backs of the music and the idea and the spirit that has made the underground a market worth dealing with, because they were so out there, because they boldly went to where no one has went before, something like that. There's an irony, because the very people that made the underground what it is by fighting acceptable formulas being harvested by the same people that they once considered their adversaries. There's an irony in it, and this irony is apparent in all this retro craze. The underground music scenes keep on digesting in retro past achievements and trying to make them again as unique as they were before, although that's impossible because it's already has been done and everyone knows that. So it's all about playing with your head and not playing with new ideas. In a way, the underground is much more imaginative in the forms of promotion than in the forms of music. So it's not underground music, it should be underground music promotion. But that's not art, that's a craft. And the difference is that there's no art being made, artwork being made. It's just a way of doing business. The promoters themselves don't care for content. They don't. The terms that are used, like terror or Holocaust or rape or rage and all that, all those words, for some people this is a reality. For some people, like genocide is a reality. It's not a fashion statement. But for the underground music, it is. It's all about selling underground music. It's not about thinking underground thoughts, because underground thoughts exist, but outside underground music. Like, you have fundamental Islam. They don't care for underground music. They're underground. They are really thinking about war and terror, murder. For them it's a reality, and they don't care for underground music. Because underground music is nothing but a promotion scam. If you think about like the Che Guevara t-shirts that are sold today by mainstream whatever, that's what we have made underground culture become, and we accept that. And people say for forever, this is how art was. Art was a business. But during the times of change, such as when the punk music came along, and before that, time of the Renaissance, these were times where artists were putting their ass on the line, not to make money but to make change. And this is the times we celebrate now, and we think, oh, that's so great, but we don't do that anymore. It's kind of funny, like the center of well, this kind of underground music, goth, EBM, whatever, industrial, is now in Germany. And I'm talking about Germany because I've been there and lived there and had perhaps expectations that it won't be like that. But I was wrong. This kind of like great following to bad ideas. I mean, Germany, wake up. All this vampire thing. I mean, as if the world is not fucked up enough that we have to like turn to some medieval stories about Count Dracula and shit like that. All over the world there are things which are graphically much more horrifying. And now that's fine, like you can do whatever you want, but who will talk about the real deal? Who? Who will talk about the real issues? And who will express real rage, real pain? No one. Again, that's why the revolt is so mandatory. It becomes so pathetic, this situation, that the people that were supposed to be like the fighting force have turned into these like scared, submissive people. This is not what I signed up for. This is not why I'm making underground music. If I want to bow down and serve, I will do that in a place where they offer me a steady pay, pension, maybe a car. Why not? Why should I break my back for a lie? And that's something that everyone somehow understands. If this is a lie, we better have better conditions. We need money. Why not? People want something else, and they are not getting it. When I made this song, well, I used a lot of samples from well-known underground songs. I don't claim these sounds are mine. There's something in art called allusion, which is you take a small piece of another piece of work, so you can, within your own work, you link to another artwork, and you come back with all the knowledge you gain from that piece of work. I use these sounds as allusions, so it forms a reminder what this whole thing was once all about. Obviously I can't pay for the use of the samples. I'm broke. So you can see in museums works of the postmodern era where they use the ready-made, but now you can't do art because of rules of copyright. Well, I only hope that because I'm so small time that no one will sue me, but you have to use artistic measures to achieve your effect. I hope everyone involved will forgive me for my misconduct, but if not,